Wildest medical stories, doctors share their dumbest patients. Straight from the front lines of American healthcare, most clueless patients doctors and paramedics have ever dealt with. From ER chaos to small-town shenanigans, buckle up for cringe, laughs, and pure disbelief. Story 1. The ER Escape Artist. I'm a psych resident in a busy Chicago ER chatting with an ambulance doc after admitting a patient when this guy strolls up, looking like he just left a Starbucks. "You guys shrinks?" he asks, eyeing us. We nod. Out of nowhere, he yells, "You'll never take me a liao!" and bolts into the hospital landscaping, vanishing into the bushes like a ninja. We just stood there, dumbfounded, watching the leaves rustle. We call him Runaway Rick now. Story 2. Laundry soap toothpaste. I'm a pediatric nurse in suburban Ohio, transporting a 15-year-old girl to the hospital. Her mom's packing her bag, double-checking. "Got everything, hun?" "Yup," the girl says. Then Mom goes, "What about the laundry detergent?" The girl rolls her eyes. "I'm not bringing that." Mom, dead serious. "Then how you gonna brush your teeth?" I freeze, thinking I misheard. Nope. This family swears by brushing with Tide Pods for stronger enamel. I had to bite my tongue to keep from laughing. Story 3. Grandpa's Rifle Rant. Winter in a gated community outside Dallas. Me and my paramedic partner roll up to a call for an elderly patient. This 70-something guy, all smiles, waves us into his McMansion. We're unpacking our gear when the hallway door slams, and he starts cackling like a villain. He struts in, pale as a ghost, gripping a loaded hunting rifle. "Fix me, you quack," he snarls, aiming at me. "Make the angels sing!" I'm sweating bullets. My partner's clutching our med bag like a lifeline. We're locked in a stare-down until his dog barks outside. I seize the moment, kick the rifle away, and we pin him down. Cops and psych team took over while I smoked half a pack to calm my nerves. Story 4. The Fake Hanging Hoax. 911, hurry! Man hanged himself! A frantic voice screams. "Where?" I ask. "My house." We race through Atlanta, sirens blaring, blowing red lights. We burst in, expecting chaos, but it's just this sweet old lady chilling on her couch like she's waiting for Wheel of Fortune. No body, no rope, nada. "Ma'am, where's the emergency?" She blinks. "Oh, sugar, I just needed my blood pressure checked." I aged 10 years that day. Story 5. The Fasting Feast. Before surgery in a Denver hospital, we always ask, "Eaten anything since midnight?" Patient, a middle-aged guy, swears, "Nope, not a bite." "Any drinks? Coffee, tea?" He nods. "Just some tea." I raise an eyebrow. "Anything with it?" He shrugs. "Oh, barely anything. Just a bacon, egg, cheese bagel, a couple donuts, some yogurt, and a handful of almonds." I stare. He grins like he nailed the fasting rules. Story 6. The Dizzy Cyclist. I'm an EMT in rural Oregon, called to a 79-year-old woman's farmhouse. Her blood pressure's tanking at 90/60, and she's so dizzy she can't stand. "I was gonna bike to the clinic," she says, "but my tire's flat." I blink. "You ride a bike when you're this dizzy?" She scoffs. "Honey, pedaling's easier than walking." I had to admire her grit, but we drove her to the ER. Story 7. McDonald's Smuggler. During my PEDS rotation in Miami, we had a 13-year-old girl with grade 3 obesity, weighing nearly 330 pounds. She was admitted for acute pancreatitis, which means a strict no-food order to let her pancreas chill. Imagine our shock when she starts puking up Big Macs and fries. Turns out her mom, almost as big as her, thought we were starving her poor baby and snuck her McDonald's bags daily. Mom threw a fit when we called her out, screaming we were murderers and filing complaints with the hospital board. "Lady, your kid's pancreas is begging for a break." Story 8. Morgue Misconceptions. As a forensic pathologist in Philly, I get the wildest comments when people hear my job. Top hits. "Don't corpses haunt your dreams?" Nah, we debate anatomy in my sleep. Bet you're rolling in cash for cutting up bodies. Sure, I'm buying a yacht with my $12 hourly raise. Ever cook liver pies from the morgue? Yup, want a slice? Or my fave? My aunt fell off a ladder and died. Can you just sign her death certificate? She was old anyway. People think it's CSI. I'm just trying to do science. Story 9. Rural ringtone roast. I took a job at a rural clinic in West Virginia, serving a small town with a sketchy psych facility nearby. The locals? Let's just say they're a colorful bunch, mostly drunks and eccentrics. To cope, I set my phone's ringtone to the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. Every house call feels like I'm starring in a sitcom now. Story 10. Feet first, superstition. In a Seattle hospital, I'm transporting a palliative care patient with end-stage kidney failure for dialysis. She's too frail to move, so we wheel her bed out feet first. The next day, she passes away. Her roommates lose it, claiming we cursed her by moving her feet first, like it's some old wives' tale. Never mind her terminal diagnosis, they're convinced we jinxed her. Story 11. Drunk dude's tantrum. A woman in Boston calls 911. Hurry, there's an unconscious guy. I ask, smell any booze? She snaps, no way, he's super sick. I urge her to check on him. I hear her heels clacking, then her cooing. Sir, you okay? Silence. Then she shrieks, Sir, what's wrong? A slurred, booming voice roars back. Get lost, lady, you're pissing me off. She screams, you jerk, and hangs up. Classic drunk on a park bench. Story 12. Period panic. Late night call in LA. Person fainted, rush over. We pull up to a college apartment packed with panicking sorority girls, fanning their 19-year-old friend who's sprawled on the couch, eyes rolled back. They're spraying her with water bottles like it's a TikTok challenge. Turns out it's her period, same cramps she gets every month. Why call 911? I ask. They just giggle awkwardly. Kids these days. Story 13. Mustard sock mishap. I'm a pharmacist in Phoenix when a Pinterest mom struts in, asking for burn ointment. Her genius plan? Preventing colds by stuffing mustard powder in her 3-month-old socks. Now the baby's feet are blistered. I suggest a pediatrician. She shrugs. Is that really necessary? I'm speechless. Story 14. Schizophrenia. Surprise. As a primary care doc in St. Louis, I see 30-plus patients a day. The calmest, most polite guy, a dude with schizophrenia getting his disability paperwork checked. He's more chill than half my healthy patients whining about hangnails. Story 15. Bulletproof luck. Back in the gritty 90s in Detroit, I'm an EMT at a shootout. This 6'6" guy's down, bullet hole in his forehead, eyes fluttering. I ask, what hurts? He mumbles, my arm. Sure enough, he's got a through and through in his bicep, and the headshot just grazed his scalp. Dude's luckier than a lottery winner. Story 16. Organ harvesting hysteria. My neighbor in Tulsa finds out I'm in med school and goes full conspiracy nut. Drop out. They're brainwashing you to steal kids' organs for your professor's black market. I ask where she got that. My kid had a sinus infection and the hospital messed with her pancreas. She won't eat soup anymore. Clearly they cut something out. I just nodded and backed away. Story 17. ICU deja vu. I'm a critical care nurse in Houston. One night I wake up in a panic thinking I'm in the ICU next to a naked patient. Takes me a second to realize I'm home, snuggled up to my husband. ICU shifts mess with your head. Story 18. Euthanasia confusion. An elderly woman storms into a Minneapolis ER with a referral for routine admission, shouting, I need to be admitted now! I'm post-euthanasia! We're baffled. Best guess? She meant post-anesthesia from a recent procedure. Still scratching our heads. Story 19. Toddler's heart pain. A 4-year-old in Orlando calls 911 for heart pain. I ask, Where's it hurt, buddy? He points to his palm, teary-eyed. Probably just scraped it at daycare, but that heart line had us worried for a sec. Story 20. God Complex. I'm on a psych ambulance in New York, transporting a patient who's chanting, "I am God, I am God." I'm thinking, lady, you don't even know the half of it. I'm the real deity here. Gotta keep a sense of humor. Story 21. Stroke snafu. At a walk-in clinic in San Diego, a woman storms in, snapping, "I've got vascular genesis." I ask, "Of what?" She glares. "My brain, duh. I had a stroke last night and you're just sitting there not even checking my BP." Spoiler, her stroke was a headache from too much Chardonnay. Story 22. Ice water cure. In a small-town Nevada neuro unit, my colleague had a trick for hysterical patients faking comas. He'd grab a bucket of ice water from the break room, stroll past the wailing family, and splash it on the patient's face. Instant recovery every time. Savage but effective. Story 23. Deadbeat moms. As an OB/GYN in Memphis, I've seen it all, but deadbeat moms still get me. These 30-something women with multiple kids already show up in labor, pulling stunts that endanger their babies. Then they sob about their dream guy who ditched them when they got pregnant like it's a rom-com gone wrong. Heartbreaking and infuriating. Story 24. Burning butthole blues. A kindergarten teacher in Austin visits my clinic saying, "My butthole burns when I poop. Bad liver, right?" I clarify, "You mean your anus?" She snaps, "What kind of doctor doesn't know butthole?" Probably just hemorrhoids, but her liver theory was a new one.